Hi, I'm Jeffrey Anderson, Senior Lecturer at the College of Business at Ohio University. In this video, we'll examine issues of national culture. We all know that culture varies between countries, but how do cultures vary? In the 1960s and 70s, Geert Hofstede executed a large survey study regarding national values and differences across worldwide subsidiaries of IBM. He compared the answers of 117,000 employees in 50 different countries. His research produced one of the first quantifiable theories that could be used to explain differences between cultures. In his research, Hofstede identified 6 dimensions of national culture. We'll look at each of those in more detail. Power distance is defined as the extent to which the less powerful members of an organization and institutions accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. In this dimension, inequality and power is perceived from followers or the lower level. A higher degree of power distance indicates that hierarchies are clearly established and executed in society without doubt or reason. A lower degree of power distance signifies that people question authority and attempt to distribute power equally. The next dimension, individualism, explores the degree to which people in a society are integrated into groups. Individualistic societies have loose ties that often only relate an individual to his or her immediate family. They emphasize the I versus the we. In its counterpart, collectivism describes a society which has tightly integrated relationships, extended families, and other in-groups. These in-groups are laced with loyalty and support each other when a conflict arises with another group. The fundamental issue addressed by this dimension is the degree of interdependence a society maintains amongst its members. It has to do with whether people's self-image is defined as I or we. In individualistic societies, people are only supposed to look after themselves and their direct family. In collectivist societies, people belong to in-groups that take care of them in exchange for their loyalty. In masculine cultures, the dimension represents a preference for achievement, heroism, assertiveness, and material rewards for success. The culture is at large more competitive. In feminine cultures, there's a preference for cooperation, modesty, caring for the weak, and quality of life. Society at large is more consensus-oriented. In the business context, masculinity versus femininity is something that has to do with tough versus tender. A fundamental issue here is what motivates people, wanting to be the best, masculine, or liking what you do, feminine. In the uncertainty avoidance dimension, the degree to which members of society feel uncomfortable with uncertainty or ambiguity is the issue. The fundamental issue here is how a culture deals with the fact that the future can never be known. Should we try and control the future, or just let it happen? Countries exhibiting a high uncertainty avoidance maintain rigid codes of belief and behavior and are intolerant of unorthodox behavior and ideas. Weak uncertainty avoidance societies maintain a more relaxed attitude, which practice counts more than principles. Long-term versus short-term orientation associates the connection of the past with the current and future actions and challenges. A lower degree of this index, short-term, indicates that traditions are honored and kept, while steadfastness is valued. Societies with a high degree of this index, long-term, view adaptation and circumstantial pragmatic problem-solving as a necessity. Indulgence versus restraint is essentially a measure of happiness whether or not simple joys are fulfilled. Indulgence is defined as a society that allows relatively free gratification of basic and natural human desires related to enjoying life and having fun. Its counterpart, restraint, is defined as a society that controls gratification of needs and regulates it by means of strict social norms. Indulgent societies believe themselves to be in control of their own life and emotions, while restrained societies believe that other factors dictate their life and emotions. In this video, we reviewed Hofstede's 6 dimensions of culture. Those are power distance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term versus short-term orientation, and indulgence versus restraint.